Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd give you guys an update. I didn't mean to ghost you or anything. A little bit of an update to my update. So I'm still pregnant. As you guys saw, I had my first beta. So the transfer was on the 14th. My first beta was on the 13th. So that first beta came back at 306. So we were really excited about that. And then it just got crazy from there. So, which is why I haven't posted anything, because we're kind of still on the rocks a little bit. I'm not too, I don't want to say invested in this pregnancy yet, but I'm still kind of on pins and needles because of it. I started bleeding as soon as I hit 4 weeks. So like act like a period, like full on period, and it freaked me out. And I just started panicking, didn't know what to do. My husband was just trying to calm me down and like read things on the internet. I'm just like, hey, look, it's normal, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, no, this is not normal. So had a bit of a freak out on Wednesday. For these last 2 weeks essentially. But so Wednesday I started bleeding. I messaged my nurse on the portal. I was like, hey, look, this is happening. What do I do? Don't mind my cat in the background. But so they said, you know, it's normal, like as long as you don't have any cramping or any pain, which I did not. So Thursday came, still bleeding, full on period, what it seems like. I'm still kind of devastated, like, why is this happening? And I'm continuing to take pregnancy tests just to see if the lines are getting lighter, which they did not. They actually got darker, which was good. Like, they ended up being darker than the control line, which was assuring. So Friday was my second beta. They wanted to see that double, so that beta came back at 739, which was good. It did double again, well, a little bit over double. So they were happy with that number. I still was not set. Just wasn't happy with the situation because I'm still bleeding. Like, I still don't. This is not normal. Like, I was frustrated because, one, I'm still bleeding. I know this is not normal. And two, I'm just like, I can't allow myself to enjoy the one thing that I've been wanting for so long because I'm bleeding out of nowhere and I don't know what to do. And I know for certain this is not normal. So I'm just kind of like in the dumps and just kind of over it at that point. Like, my nurse was excited that my numbers were going up as they should, but I'm just still like, I'm not convinced I'm pregnant. So the weekend they said, so I'm just like, I'm still not satisfied because I'm bleeding and I don't know what to do. So my nurse was just like, well, you know, she talked to my doctor and he said, you know, up your progesterone to 2 milliliters instead of 1 over the weekend, see if it slows down the bleeding, and then message us on the portal to see, to tell us if it slows down or not. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, well, can I request another blood test for Monday just to make sure that my numbers are still rising? She's like, yeah, sure, we can do that. Which now I kind of regret asking for, but we'll get into that. But so the weekend I just chilled at home and kind of sulked a little bit. My husband tried to cheer me up, take me shopping, and kind of made me a little more upbeat. He was just trying to, you know, be there. So through the weekend, kept bleeding. I'm just kind of just over it at this point. Like, I'm not making any plans, like, as far as toward the pregnancy. Like, I talked to my mom, talked to my sister, and, you know, they're all excited, and I'm just like and it sucks because, you know, this is kind of what we wanted, but like I can't fully enjoy it because like it's like this close of getting, like I feel like it's like this close of getting taken away from me. So so through the weekend I kept bleeding. That 2 milliliter shot of progesterone did nothing but hurt my butt even more, made me even more sore, and didn't do anything for the bleeding. So come Monday, I messaged them and said, hey look, still bleeding. I don't think there's any change. And my progesterone, my HCG came back at 11:35. So it didn't quite double, but it did rise, which I was depressed about that too. So like, I just haven't been able to enjoy this pregnancy at all. After the HCG level came back, I messaged him in the portal and was like, hey, I just looked at the test results. My beta did rise. However, I'm still bleeding. Like, can I get an early ultrasound? They said, yes. So come in tomorrow for an ultrasound. And, you know, I was like, hey, I talked to my mom, and, you know, she said that she did bleed for the first, she had basically her period for the first 3 months. And that, yeah, it's assuring, but I'm still kind of on edge. Can I please get an early ultrasound? And they said yes. It was like, come in tomorrow and we'll see what we can see. She didn't really say, she got my dates wrong. So she said that I was 5 weeks and 6 days, when I'm only four weeks and 6 days today. So she was like, yeah, come in. We might be able to see, you're further along that we'll be able to see the gestational sac and the yolk sac, maybe. And I was like, okay, but I think you got my dates wrong. So I went in today for that ultrasound, and it seems like the bleeding is kind of tapering off, but it's still there, which is super annoying. But went in for the ultrasound today, and you know, I talked to my doctor, and he said that, you know, he was happy with the 2 betas, the initial one and the one that doubled. He was just like, the third one he wasn't very comfortable with since it didn't double. He was kind of like on edge with that. But we did the ultrasound, and they saw what was maybe a gestational sac. He said he was able to see it, a gestational sac. And I didn't expect them to see much else than that. He said that that was pretty much what he expected to see, if nothing at all. So he was like, it's really hard to see anything else beyond the gestational sac with nothing in it right now. I was like, okay, that's fine. And he was like, well, you know, come back. He was like, do another blood test tomorrow, and then based on that, we will schedule for another ultrasound. So yeah, so this is where we are now. I'm working from home today, so that kind of gave me some relief to just come home and relax after that appointment. But yeah, this is why I haven't checked in with you guys. I'm not withholding information, but I just didn't want to get too far into these videos without me knowing definitively that this pregnancy is going to stick around. So that's kind of where we've been for these last 2 weeks. Well, I guess a week. It's been a very trying week for me. Like I said, I guess my husband is taking it well. Like, he's just trying to be there for me. And at this point, like, we're kind of just like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I know he's like, you've done everything in your power that you can do. And, you know, we've kind of done everything to make this work. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's kind of where we are in this process. So as of today, we are 4 weeks and 6 days. And yeah, I mean, I want to be happy, but like, I mean, put yourself in my shoes. Like, we've come so far just to just be living in uncertainty every day. And that's not how I wanted to enjoy this pregnancy. I'm just so furious that I can't just have a normal pregnancy. Like, why can't anything just go be normal? And then on top of that, on top of the bleeding and kind of just questioning that, like, I don't have any symptoms. So that's kind of driving me crazy too. Just like, am I actually pregnant? Like, is this actually happening? So yeah, that's kind of where I am. That's my update to my update. I'm sorry, I've kind of been in the dark a little bit, but that's why this bleeding is just driving me crazy. And then these numbers are kind of driving me crazy too. Kind of wish I didn't ask for the third beta, but we'll see. It will probably be a while before I film my next video, just because you guys kind of know where I'm coming from. But I will try. So my next video will probably be if and when we see and hear the heartbeat. So we are 4 weeks and 6 days today. So I will suspect. So I turn 6 weeks next Wednesday. So my next ultrasound will most likely be then, to see the heartbeat and all the things you're supposed to see on a normal ultrasound. And hopefully this bleeding will have stopped and we can continue to have a normal pregnancy. Because no pregnancy is normal. But I just want to feel pregnant. I just want to be happy and pregnant. Is that too much to ask? Clearly it is. So that's where we are, and I appreciate all my new subscribers. It's really exciting. I saw that one of the infertility pages that I follow on Instagram actually shared my page, so that's really awesome. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone to my channel, and I hope that you enjoy this content. And I'm hoping that I can continue to make this content with you guys and be pregnant and be able to give you guys the proper updates and bump dates and stuff that, you know, a normal person would be feeling and doing at this stage. But there's one thing I did do, which I've done for the last like 10 years, trying to get pregnant on this journey. As you know, like always going through fertility treatments, and this is I think our 11th IVF cycle. So I've been through a lot, and through those different cycles, you know, at each transfer, you always get super hopeful, and so I'm always like making registries, and like deleting them based on the results. So it's kind of like a snowball effect. Well, I wouldn't call it a snowball effect, but I always make registries and then delete them, and then make them and delete them. So over the last like 10 years, I've probably made like, I don't know, so many registries that I've made and deleted. And just for like shits and giggles, I decided to make one just to have some type of perspective and like try to keep a positive mind. I made a registry. Well, I started one just to kind of get in the mindset, and that kind of helped a little bit, making that registry. So and I bought this little baby book on Amazon, like a journal, but I'm afraid to open the package because I feel like I'm gonna have to send it back. It's kind of bad to say, but I don't want to open it until I know for certain. So that's kind of been sitting on my counter in my kitchen, and I'm afraid to open it because it's gonna make me sad if I have to keep it with nothing in it. So I'm going to keep it in the packaging, hoping that I can break that seal soon. But yeah, there's my update. Thank you so much to my new subscribers, and I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you guys hopefully around my 7th week mark, when we have more definitive answers and see a baby. So I'll see you guys next time, and thank you again. Bye.